Hello and welcome to Sensational Sports. So today we're going to be voicing some quote-unquote controversial opinions. To be honest, they're not really controversial, they're facts. You guys might be saying something in the comments, but that won't change our minds. So let's get straight into the video. So first, Leeds. Bielsa is overrated. And now you guys might be saying, oh, he's innovative and everything, but he's not. He's literally won 6 pieces of silverware in his entire career since 1990, and some of those, like, one has been some pre-Olympic tournament, the other has been the Olympics, which isn't professional, and one of them has been the Championship Cup. Like, it's not really. And then the other 3 are in the Argentinian Primera Division in 92, 94 and 98 or something. That's so long ago. And while he might be quote-unquote innovative or philosophical, I don't even know, then at least he's not winning the trophies. It's not good enough. West Brom. Bilic was correctly sacked by the Baggies. Now this one is facts. Bilic was supposed to be the hero, the person who took them all the way in the Premier League. And while he did get them to the Premier League, they're not doing well. Like, Sam Allardyce normally saves teams and everything, and he's not been doing that well, but like, I don't know what he's supposed to do after the mess Bilic left. They're 10 points from safety right now, and they've won 3 games this entire season. That's how much of a mess Bilic made. West Ham. Moyes is overrated. For this one, you only need to look at his reputation. Remember when he finished 7th with a title-winning Manchester United team? I know you'll say, oh, other managers have finished 7th in title defence. Yeah, but those were the managers that actually won the title the year before. Well, Moyes' best achievement is 4th. And that's decent, but like, he's only done it once. And I doubt he'll do it well with West Ham. The only reason he's doing well this season with West Ham is, well, it's luck, to be honest. This whole season has been kind of messy, and so West Ham have been just able to do something in it. Wolves. Santo is a fraud. Now, fraud might be a bit of a harsh word, but to be honest, last season, Santo, Wolves did quite well. They finished 7th. But honestly, compared to this season, where they're 13th with just 10 games to spare, that is not good. Sure, they might have lost Matt Doherty, Jimenez and Diogo Jota, but they still have Rui Patricio, Adama Traore, Ruben Neves, Pedro Neto. They still have enough to do it. Like, if Santo isn't able to get into even the top 10 with that kind of team, I don't think he should still be managing a Premier League team, to be honest. Man U. Fernandes is a penalty merchant. To prove this, we need only to look at the facts. He scored 24 goals this season, which is a decent haul, to be fair. But 12 of those have been penalties. That's half. Say Pogba was still the penalty taker, then he would only have 12 goals. Well, 12 goals is nothing to be laughed at. He wouldn't be as respected as he is right now. He wouldn't be the crazy talisman of Man United. Man City. Oil money. So yeah, it's really only 2 words that need to describe this: oil and money. They have found the cheat code that is Qatar and all the money that they have, and that's literally the only reason they're up. And I know you guys might say, oh, they've worked hard, but like, have they? I'm not saying that other teams don't have money, but then, like, if you look at Man City's squad, they spent like what, €1 billion on £1 billion on the squad or something. And then also put on top of that the fact that Pep Guardiola has only really done well at teams that give him money. Barca, Bayern Munich, Man City. Like, he's a good manager and all, but like, I'm just saying. And Man City, it is a cheat code. Like, if they never got this oil money, they would be, I don't know, in the Championship or something, mid-table Championship, League One. Like, you know, it's all because of the money, to be honest. And there's always a joke that they don't have fans, and, you know, can't argue with that. Arsenal. Willian isn't that bad. I don't know why you Arsenal fans are all whining about, oh, Willian's been such a flop, why did we get him? He was on a free, and It might be shocking, but he has the most assists for you this season. Yep, it may only be 5, but that's more than any other player in Arsenal's got, so just be happy with what you've got, Arsenal fans. Leicester, they'll bottle it again. Now, I don't think much needs to be said in this matter. Leicester, with Lord Bottler Brendan Rodgers in charge, will bottle it. They've done it last season, and even if they somehow make it to the Champions League places ahead of the likes of Chelsea with unbeaten Thomas Tuchel in charge and Tottenham, their Champions League record is not that good, and neither is their European record. So they won't do much at all, and maybe not bottle it, but they're not going to make it far. Aston Villa. Jack Grealish should have left last summer. Now this one's pretty obvious. Jack Grealish's talent is pretty much being wasted at Aston Villa. Hopefully he leaves this summer, but if he had left last summer, then he would have been an improved player, in a better environment. He probably would have been paid more, and he might have been playing Champions League football, or at least been playing Champions League football next season if he went to Man United. He could be playing with Cavani and Bruno Fernandes instead of playing with Ollie Watkins under Dean Smith. Everton. James Rodriguez is on the verge of being a flop. Now, again, we just need to look at the statistics. He has 5 goals and 4 assists this season. That's not horrible, but then at the same time, that's less goal involvement than Pedro Neto and Danny Ings and Che Adams. He has less goal involvement than Che Adams. This is even less than the amount he had at Bayern Munich, where he was an outcast.
Brighton. Tariq Lamptey is overrated. Yeah, Brighton's right back Tariq Lamptey, he's one of the most overrated players I have seen. He is part of a Brighton team 6 points above the drop zone and have won 7 games all season. Graham Potter's side, playing nice football. Yeah, so does Stephen Kenny, and honestly, he's just god-awful as manager of my country. Yes, Brighton may have won against Newcastle by 3-0, but Newcastle right now are a god-awful machine with a manager who's edging closer to the sack. Arsenal have been linked with Lamptey, which is just weird, as why would you want this guy in your defence ahead of Bayern? And don't get me started on the people who say Chelsea should regret letting Lamptey go. Ridiculous. Burnley. Tarkowski could easily play for a bigger club. Yeah, James Tarkowski, Burnley's amazing centre-back. People say he couldn't get into bigger teams. Really, Tarkowski has been amazing for Burnley. Absolutely rock solid alongside Ben Mee, and you're telling me he couldn't get into any club bigger than Burnley? Ridiculous. People like Lamptey have got hype, and yet Tarkowski is just ignored. People have laughed at his price tag of £50 million. What? That is an great valuation of him. 50 million. That is. What's wrong with that? That's a good valuation of him. And yeah, I don't get what people are mocking it. He could easily play for many of the bigger teams in the Premier League. No question about it. Chelsea. Christian Pulisic is overrated and should be sold. Yeah, remember Christian Pulisic, the American international that plays for Chelsea FC? He has scored 2 goals all season. How much did they pay for him? £59 million. Sure, he had a decent debut campaign, but this season, 2 goals. And Chelsea have already way too many superstars in their team. So to balance the books, they should get rid of the ones that aren't performing. And yeah, Pulisic is the obvious candidate to go. And I don't think he'd be missed. And I think it'd be a good piece of business from Chelsea. Crystal Palace. Roy Hodgson should leave. Yeah, Crystal Palace are a boring mid-table side right now under Hodgson. And you could think with this attacking talents they have in their squad, They are capable of much more. They should bring in someone like Eddie Howe, and then who knows what would happen. It would be a bit adventurous and better than the boring Hodgson style of football, which is just holding Palace back in my opinion. I mean, they could do so much more. Fulham. Alfonso Areola has ruined his career. Yeah, question to everyone in the comments. Why did Areola go to Fulham? Christ above. This man was PSG's number 1 in 1819, was Real Madrid's second choice in 1920, and now he's about to get relegated with Fulham. It makes no sense. The man should be aiming for bigger clubs, not flipping Fulham. And now, as he's about to get relegated, who will want a guy who's just been relegated? Like, he's just damaged his credibility, and he'll be lucky to get a good team. Very lucky. Liverpool. Henderson should continue at centre-back. Some people have said that Henderson shouldn't be playing at centre-back, but I don't really see the problem. Who else are they going to get? Inexperienced defenders? No, you'll need the captain in the defence. And this will bring about more centre midfielders for Liverpool. Like, who's the alternative? Ben Davies? Like, would you rather those inexperienced defenders or the captain in defence? Yes, he's not a natural centre-back, but it's Klopp's way of doing things. And he won the league. He knows what he's doing. It'll be okay. Newcastle. Steve Bruce is doing a good job. Yeah, Newcastle fans are some arrogant people. They believe they should be on top just because they've had a few decent years under Kevin Keegan and Bobby Robson. Like, they are in the past now. You've got to accept now you're a mid-table team at best. Sure, Rafa Benitez did okay, but he didn't do amazing. Stop trying to trick yourself into that narrative. Bruce is doing well with the squad he has now, and yes, you're 17th, but come on. You know, you have a poor squad as well. Like, you can't just pin this all on Steve Bruce. I mean, Mike Ashley has been investing in the club, so why do you guys criticize him? Like, honestly, you guys should actually be thankful for Steve Bruce. Sheffield United, sacking Wilder was a good decision. Listen, I've heard people piping up recently saying, oh, sacking Wilder was a horrible decision. It's absolutely disgusting. He was bottom of the league with 14 points. How? Why would you want to keep him? With the club hurtling towards relegation, you'd actually want to keep him. Jesus Christ. Listen, he's done very well for the club, but it was time to go. The signs were obvious. They need a new manager. Because I've seen some clubs who get relegated and they don't come back up the first time with bad morale in the camp. Plus, he's been wasting money. Signing guys like McBurney, Ramsdale, Brewster. He even gave Jack Wardwell a contract. Jack Wardwell. And yeah, he's been bashing the owner. Apparently it's his fault. Like, you signed these players. It's your fault if they didn't do well. You're the guy responsible. And like, they should get a new manager. And yeah, it was the correct decision. Hampton. Ward-Prowse is the next Bentley. Right, Ward-Prowse is a midfielder who can score a good free kick and is linked with an England call-up. Where have we seen this before? Yep, I predict he's going to be the next David Bentley. A guy who was supposed to be the next Beckham, but ended up retiring as a free agent. Pretty embarrassing. Bentley had a good time at Blackburn the first time. Not the second time. The first time was like Men in Black 1. The second time was like Men in Black 2. So god-awful that you just wanted him erased from your mind. And anyway, then there was that move to Tottenham, which killed his career. Bad loan spells. And yeah, being released at the end of the 12-13 season. Something similar is going to happen to Ward-Prowse. I think he'll move to Tottenham, and he'll be binned out to the likes of Newcastle before retiring. A washed up shell of a player. Tottenham. Eric Dyer gets too much criticism. Yeah, Tottenham have a shaky defence with Matt Doherty, Serge Aurier proving to be absolute clowns in defence. But Eric Dyer's got a lot of criticism, and I don't really get it. Like, sure, some of the performances haven't been great, but I don't think we can entirely blame him. He's not that bad of a defender. I mean, if Jose trusts him, and he is a very defensive manager, then I think he knows that Eric Dyer is a good defender.
This video was a joke. Haha.
Happy April Fools, everyone. Yeah, this video was just a bit of banter, and no, not the Malky Mackay kind. Yeah, it was a bit of a jokey video, for April Fools. And we really hoped you enjoyed it, and if you want, you can subscribe to our channel if you wish, and please slap a like if you could. Also, check out the website, link is in the description, and yeah, we'll see you later.